1 day past my transfer. I just wanted to share that I had a weird pinching feeling, maybe, or maybe you would say it was like a constant, like, dull pain in the left side of what I'm assuming would be my uterus. I don't know. And it made me really happy because other than that, I've had no symptoms. It's so early, but I have been mostly staying flat on my back, and occasionally I sit up. I heard that, it's like 50-50. They tell you the doctors told me to move around a lot, and I go online, Dr. Google, and it'll say things like, you should not lay down because it makes your body flat, and so the blood isn't going down into your uterus. You should sit up so that the blood goes down. There's some that says you should walk around a little bit so it gets the circulation going. So I did feel like a little bit of fear when I went pee the first time because I don't want it to come out. And I'm really just trying to stay positive. So because I had my fallopian tube removal surgery fairly recently, it was almost a month ago. My body's actually still healing from that. It's healed enough, but when I have pains, I also wonder, are those pains because of the surgery that I'm still healing from? So for the most part, I'm kind of staying kind of at this angle. So it's I'm not totally flat, kind of inclined. I did take a 2-hour nap today, so yay for that. And I'm taking the first 4 days. So my transfer was Thursday, Friday. I took Thursday off, Friday off, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm gonna just take it pretty easy. Right there. There it is. My husband made all these really great juices with fruits and mostly vegetables. So I'm leaving those out in room temperature and then drinking those. And then what I'm also gonna do is drink the Fertility Smoothies as well, and I'll show you guys what those are made of and update you again tomorrow. Alright, so you take a pineapple and you cut it into 5 slices. That's important to know. I'm also adding almond milk, applesauce, and this is what the final product looks like before I mix it together. I was using arugula because that's what I had, but I recommend you use spinach. I'm also adding half of a banana, Brazil nuts, and of course these magical greens, which I can't make a smoothie without. Taking all my vitamins, prenatals, and drinking lots and lots of water. I'm still doing my endometrin twice a day, and then yes, I am still drinking the teas that I get from my acupuncture doctor. I'm also going to acupuncture when she deems necessary, and it's actually not too shabby of a tasting smoothie, gotta say. I'm getting ready to have some oatmeal for breakfast. I understand that eating warm foods is really good, and of course, like always, I'm gonna drink this nasty Chinese tea. And my vitamins. I'm actually going to fertility acupuncture today, and so I'm looking forward to hearing some feedback from her. I do find that it's really hard not to start looking at what other symptoms are people having. Are they feeling anything? Did they have implantation bleeding at this stage? And I'm trying not to get stuck into comparing my journey with theirs. I'm not really feeling any symptoms yet. It's still early into the 2nd day, but I do still have an occasional cramping that I'm feeling towards the left side. Now, the one thing that kind of messes with your mind is the progesterone endometrin suppositories that I'm doing, the vaginal suppositories. Their list of side effects are oh, it could cause sore boobs. Oh, it could cause cramping. It could cause emotions. It could cause nausea. It basically can cause all the same symptoms that would be early pregnancy symptoms. So, as if there's not enough messing with our mind during this time. But I'm gonna update you guys later today and see if anything else happens today. Of course, I'm hyper aware. If anything, I feel any single thing, I'm like, oh, what was that? Was that something? That was something, right? But really just doing my best to stay positive. I did a meditation earlier this morning. It was just 5 minutes, and it was just thinking about, you know, the embryo implanting. And then I also looked up videos on YouTube about what happens and how it implants, and it was kind of cool to see that. So I might do more of that. I think I'm going to focus on what feels good and steer clear of anything that, you know, makes me feel negative in any way. So I just finished acupuncture, and the doctor said my temperatures are amazing. She said my my energy was very peaceful, and she had all these really positive things to say, and I just want to share this with you. I've been communicating with people via text and phone call and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, any way that we can connect with people, not to mention in person, of course. This time of this journey is so importantly critical to stay positive, create a environment around you that only feeds positive thoughts and positive vibes. I'm listening to meditations, I'm taking time by myself. If there's someone, even if it's a spouse, that's just not in a good place or not in a good mood, just feel free to keep yourself away from any negative Nellies, because right now it's about you creating the perfect environment, doing your best to welcome this new life or lives into your womb. And I don't want anyone to watch this and feel guilty if they've had negative thoughts, because that's natural, it's normal, I get them too. It's just releasing those thoughts when they come up, send them up to God or Source or Mother Nature or whatever your belief system is, and just know that whatever is meant to be will be. So it's not your fault if this doesn't work out, and it's not just because of you if it does. It's okay to release control. I'm a control freak, so I have to remind myself this, and know that everything is going to work out for you the way that it's supposed to. I don't really feel any different. I actually got some weird hot flashes yesterday. I would notice a little bit of acne today, which is really sexy. I'm really digging that. Got a little bit of acne. I do feel a little cramping, kind of like mild period cramping happening. But it feels like it's so minor that if I wasn't paying attention, I wouldn't even have noticed it, but I'm just hyper aware of every single thing that's happening in my body, no matter what it is. I feel like I'm a little bit more hungry than normal, but I could be just coming up with that in my head. And I also feel like I'm enjoying naps, but that could just be because I'm always a big fan of sleep. So I don't really have a whole lot for you. I do have some good news though. My last egg retrieval, which was not mature enough to be transferred, just got back with the grading, and it's a 4AA. What? It's amazing. The only thing we did different was that we used fresh sperm for that one, so that's exciting. To say, my friend who I really, really love, Vicky, was meditating, and she feels strongly, based on a sign she received, that I'm already pregnant. And so I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with that. But it's normal to not have any symptoms, you guys. I did think for a second that I was like, oh, I feel a little nauseous. But then I realized that I really didn't feel nauseous. I just wanted to feel nauseous. And I don't really want to feel nauseous, but I want to feel a sign that I'm pregnant. So yeah, I'm getting good news. A lot of people are like, I feel like it's going to happen for you. I'm really excited for you. And so I'm just going to stay in that positive place and just claim it. It's going to happen for me, whether or not I feel signs or symptoms. A baby is being made at this very moment, y'all. Hey guys, I slept a lot. I slept 10 hours. That's not unusual for me. I really love sleep. The other thing is, this is the most like mind roller coastering thing, because when you have no symptoms, you feel like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. But then you look up the fact that other people had no symptoms, and that's fine. That's fine. And then when you have symptoms, those same symptoms could be the endometrin, or those same symptoms could be starting your period. So those same symptoms could be you getting pregnant. So that's not good. It's almost like you can't win in a way when you really start analyzing what you're feeling or what's happening or not happening. So I'm turning in towards meditation and avoidance because I know I can't win no matter what I'm feeling, either, you know, sensations or not. I think I felt twinges. Then I felt like, no, that was just the fabric touching me there, like my clothes, my pajamas. Because I moved the clothes off of that area, and then I was like, okay, do that again. Do it again. I'm waiting. And then when I didn't feel anything, I was like, all right. So I'm going to continue to stay positive, and I think the way for me to stay positive is to try as much as I can to avoid this topic, which is not easy. And that means continuing to watch my Netflix funny shows and hang out with friends and laugh and just trust and have faith in the process. I'm having a hot flash. That's one thing that I've been experiencing, and I don't know what the cause of it is, but I just finished eating and all of a sudden I feel like, oh, I need to put my hair up. Ugh, I need to put on shorts. Like, that's weird. Is that normal? What does that mean even? You guys, I'm so tempted to go take a test right now, which is ridiculous because it's only 4 days past transfer. And I promised that I wouldn't take a test. I have to pee right now and I know where the tests are. I'm gonna tell Josh to hide them because I have a feeling that these temptations are gonna get bigger. I don't want to cheat. I just want to wait. I'm so tempted. I just went to the bathroom. I've been having like those, it's almost like ovulation cramps. That's how I guess I could describe it, like ovulation cramping. And so I just went pee, and when I wiped, there was like a pink spot on the toilet. Well, not on the toilet, on the toilet paper. And I instantly was like, yes, implantation spotting. And then a few seconds after that, I'm like, oh crap, don't be my period. I hope these cramps are not my period starting. No, be implantation spotting. So I'm just gonna stick with what I felt happiest about, which was that I'm seeing implantation spotting. That's what we're going with. I'm in Arcadia today. I'm having my progesterone tested. I had more spotting. Last night it was a little bit of like light brown spotting, and I'm feeling kind of like my boobs are getting tender on the outsides, like right in through here, like near your armpit. But aside from those symptoms, this morning I was kind of surprised that I really do feel like I had nausea. I really do. I was brushing my teeth, and I always brush my tongue, and when I was brushing my tongue, I didn't even go that far back and I started gagging, and that was like an hour and a half ago, and I still feel like bleh. I still, like, that feeling has not gone away. I don't know if being really thirsty also is a sign. I don't know if I'm just like symptom spotting and trying to make something out of anything. Probably there's that, but the nausea was pretty strong. Actually, at one point when I was driving in the car, I was like looking around like, do I have anything in case I do need to throw up, because it got kind of strong, and the more I started thinking about it, the more, you know, it got stronger. So I was like, all right, let's think about something else now. I have sore boobs. That's still the case, and I have major bloating. Oh my god, I look like I'm seriously like real pregnant, and I don't know if that's from the endometrin or if it's from pregnancy. I want to stay in bed all day today. It's very overcast in Southern California today, and it's the kind of weather where you just want to relax, but you could also say it's because you're pregnant that you feel those symptoms. So I'm over this weight. I'm totally, my eyes started burning, totally over this weight. This weight, this 2-week weight, which actually is only going to be a 9-day wait because I take my first beta test on 9 days past transfer. So in 3 days I get to take the test. So I just have to focus on the fact that I just need to stay positive for the next 3 days. Like, I can do that, right? I got this. I am having brown spotting again. It's kind of like it took a break and now it's coming back. My boobs are still sore, except for now they're sore, like, excuse me while I just grope my own boobs. Now they're sore, almost the entire boob is sore versus it just being the sides. I do feel like I always want to close my eyes, like, and not necessarily because I'm going to fall asleep right away, but because I feel like they burn, like so I do feel like I'm tired. And the other thing too is I'm reading and I'm hearing that generally when you're on progesterone and you're spotting, it's usually implantation spotting, because you don't usually get your period on progesterone. Don't quote me, that could be totally wrong. I read it on the internet, so you know how that goes. The internet's not always right. Earlier today I had this this taste in my mouth. It was like a metallic taste in my mouth, and people were talking to me and I could tell that they hadn't brushed their teeth yet, and it was in the morning, and I do feel like my sense of smell was like, ugh, so much stronger, because I've been in this situation before and it wasn't like that significant. So then I looked up, I googled the metallic taste in my mouth, and it came up with like 13 things it could be, but one of the things it could be is pregnancy. So that's what I'm gonna blame it on. And I am still feeling like a little cramp, kind of a sensation towards the left side. I don't know, I guess where my uterus is. I don't know. That's still happening. My acne has kicked it up a notch, which is really awesome. My boobs soreness has kicked up a notch as well. And I have still had a pain in kind of the left side of my lower abdomen that is hard to describe. It's sort of like that ovulation pain that I was talking about, and then it's also kind of like it feels a little bit like maybe someone's like poking into that. That's the best I can do to describe it. I don't feel nauseous. I don't feel like exhausted. I don't feel that anymore. And I will find out the results tomorrow, which I actually feel positive about. If you would like to see my reaction, we will be having it filmed, so be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you can be notified when that video is up and ready for you to watch.